Hi, I'm John Clem. I live here in northern Oklahoma, originally from San Antonio, where Dr. John Hall is from. My dad was in the Air Force OSI down there for a while, and worked for City Hall down there for a while, and was in the government for quite a few years, Air Force and City Hall, and did work for various other groups, a very private group, I guess. But anyway, me and my wife have been targeted for quite a while. It all started probably 7, 8, 9 years ago. I was being a volunteer for a veterans organization, local office here in town, and there's a military man plus a citizen, civilian employee out there at this base, and they started talking about right in front of me when I was doing my chores around the office about they were talking to each other pretty loud about how the Air Force or Army or whoever military service delivered this V2K, this voice to skull, to the Iraqis, and got them to lay down their weapons and drove them crazy. I didn't think much about it, but it happened later on that it happened to me. I have a mental illness, schizophrenia, really bad illness. Sometimes I wish I was gone out of this world, because it caused me to not have a career and not be married for a while, for a long time, and not have too many friends because of the stigma involved. I mean, I go to the VA hospital. The VA offered classes to have, like, if I brought a friend or a family member, or anybody for that matter, to go down there and let them talk to them about my illness and take away some of the stigma involved. I mean, I can understand things. I'm not an idiot. I've been called an idiot in this town, just because, I remember how it was in school, how we treated the mentally ill, before I had this illness. I remember how it was. But, people will be people. I mean, it seems like some of us haven't grown up out of high school or out of elementary school thinking and acting and treating each other. I mean, I'm trying to be a Christian. I'm not the best at it. I don't know anybody who is, except the one that is Christ. But anyway, we have been having trouble sleeping for some time now. And like I said before, I did get the voice to skull. It was quite harassing. I told my doctors at the VA about it. That was on a Monday. On a Friday, I mean, I had to put up with this thing for about 5 years. And then, like, on a Monday, I was talking in this class about it and going on. And that was on a Monday. On a Friday, they apologized in my head and quit doing it. Who they are, I don't know. But, I wish they would quit this, keeping us up at night, waking us up early. They blame it on my sleep apnea. Well, it's just fine and everything, but I've checked around, and there's a lot of people that are having trouble sleeping, being woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I tried to upload a video to YouTube about the cell towers and antennas around here. I'm on a north side of town, northwest side of town, and there's 3 cell towers just all around us here, one each side and one farther out. And I don't know if they can triangulate or what they can do. Like earlier, I got a ringing in my ears, and I've been having problems with anger problems because of lack of sleep, and I've had anger problems before, ever since Now, isn't this a kicker? I claim to have ET involvement. I know some of you don't believe in that, and some of you believe only the crazy people have it happen to them. But I think if you check around the data and maybe look up Stephen Greer and look up some other places like MUFON, Mutual UFO Network, or some of the more credible people like that, even ICAR with Joe Montaldo on Pal Talk, or the UFO Alien Phenomena Research Group. But anyway, is it all combined? I mean, are we, Michio Kaku talks about type 1, type 2, type 3 civilizations. We're supposed to be nearing ourselves on Earth to a type 1. Read more about the type 2, type 3. Are they terraforming our planet, our sun? Are they mad at us because of our lack of obedience to God, about our lack of taking care of this planet? I mean, look at it. The planet's a mess. They were talking the other day about mercury being in the rainwater and the lakes, 36 to 37 lakes around the state, non-fishable, the fish too high in mercury to eat. Now, did this happen 50, 60 years ago? And before atomic bombs, they exploded something like 350 something atomic bombs in the atmosphere. Now, that's enough, to really do a job on the Earth with atomic bombs. And we didn't have much ET sightings or complaints from the ETs, I don't think, until we started our atomic bomb test. And if you go back to ancient Indian texts from India, the Bhagavad Gita, I think is how you pronounce it, it talks about ancient flying ships and atom bombs. I was in the Army, I was up in Virginia, I explained to them, I don't know how I came. I've been told I'm an indigo person, and I have some abilities, and but never been really clinically tested. But anyway, I do have some abilities. I won't go into that because they haven't been clinically tested. I have no affirmation other than my own self to go on about it. But anyway, I don't know how many people are losing sleep. I mean, there's melatonin to take. You can go to your doctor and get sleeping pills. I mean, you can exercise till you're tired. You can do all sorts of things. Eat turkey, you get tired. I mean, I don't know. It just keeps going on, this harassment. Now, I know one thing. They might think of me as a useless container because I'm a disabled person and I don't work. And after I took the Chantix, I had extreme depression and I was getting flashbacks. My dad said I've been to Vietnam. I had some in the Army. They did some. They probably don't like me talking about it, but I had some ECTs, some shock treatment that totally erased my memory. And when I got together, when I got out of the service, my dad said I've been to Vietnam. There's no record I can find anywhere. I've had flashbacks in the dreams, but no records. And I'm not an angry person, but heart, I remember being, before I went into the service, such a loving, caring person. I cared about people. I cared about the poor, the needy, less fortunate than myself, But I heard there's a lot of sociopaths and psychopaths running this planet. Why are they want? I heard that they only want 500 million to be on the Earth, and they have a conspiracy. You laugh at conspiracy theories and think that's nuts. Well, it is nuts. I mean, the whole place. They might have a planet they can go to. They jacked up prices everywhere. Maybe they're saving money to give to somebody to make them a ship big enough. There's all these big, gigantic airships out there that they see, like the Phoenix encounters and all that, mile-wide ships. How many people can that hold? Is there a rapture going to be down? I mean, I like Chuck Missler's 1997 UFO concert in Roswell, New Mexico. Check out Chuck Missler. Chuck Missler. Doctor, I think it's Dr. Chuck Missler. And I believe that's his name. Last name's Missler. Missler. But anyway, why do we have to go through all this? They're sufferers. They don't want us to live very long anymore, especially if we're not paying taxes and we're not contributing. I used to volunteer. I thought that was good, doing community service, and I felt good helping the public around here, helping the veterans around here, and doing that. But you know, I got vocal when I was on the Chantex while I was doing my volunteer work, and I was let go. They're right about letting me go because I was probably not good enough shape to do anything. But I'll tell you what, I love people. I love what Jesus Christ has to say. I believe God is love. I've had a near-death experience in 1982, and I met Jesus Christ on the throne, and he is just love. He loved me. I mean, there was haters. It was a set-up deal. They were trying to kill me. My dad, when he was in the service, pissed off some foreign powers, people in foreign governments, and they were out to kill the whole family. I don't care. Like Vince Gill, you can threaten me with heaven. It's a wonderful, beautiful place. You know, I love people though. My wife needs me. I want to stay alive. I have, my wife has 3 wonderful children. I care about people. Please have mercy on us. Please care about your fellow human being, your neighbor. Please have compassion. Please try to think about what you're doing. Please understand that God is real. Christ is real. This UFO stuff is real. People are having a hard time out there. Buy yourself an app for a Android or iPhone that shows you the microwaves, the Tesla waves, Tesla meter, a magnetometer. There's all sorts of things. Check your area out. Check for radon in the soil around where you live. Check the water. I had water filter reverse osmosis installed. They will not. It's a 4-stage system with a membrane, an ingoing carbon filter, sediment filter, and an outgoing carbon filter. They will not ever replace the outgoing carbon filter. I am not getting the clean water I deserve. I've complained, they just hide. They won't talk to me. And I have a payee. She is hard to get along with. She kind of mentally harasses me. I don't really want to give her a hard time, but I don't know what's wrong with her. Her ex-boyfriend said she has problems. I know there's a lot of people that are children are having to take lots of meds. ADHD, depression, schizophrenia, autism, inoculations with mercury. Check it out. Think of life. Think of what God gave us, this wonderful body, this wonderful life. It's unfortunate circumstances that people are going through. It's people causing problems. Some of it. We need to help one another. We need to love one another. I say peace. Thank you.